Good afternoon everybody and welcome back to Marrick's Koi Pond. Lovely warm afternoon, lovely warm September afternoon. I just thought I'd make this video in response to the tape measure challenge. This pond is basically a rectangular pond with a slight dog leg built in there, but I'll explain that more in a minute. But going from memory, I think she is 13.5 foot long by about 8'9" wide, I believe. But I'll take you indoors and I'll show you the plans for the Boxweld liner. I'm not going to get a tape measure out because it's a little bit awkward. It'll take two of us and there's only me here at the moment, so I'll take you indoors and show you the plans for it. It's 5 foot deep from the bottom to the underside of the copings. But there's a dog leg there, look. The reason I built that in was because of this tree. I really didn't want to lose this tree. When you come out of a long hard winter into spring, this spring is just adorned with blossom. It just looks absolutely stunning in the spring, so I didn't want to lose that. So what I done when I was digging the pond out, I just bonsai'd the roots and just put that dog leg in it. But like I say, it's basically a rectangular pond, 5 foot deep, with that dog leg in it. But I'll take you indoors and I'll show you the plans. It's got all the measurements on there of what this pond is. So, catch you in a minute. Well, I brought you indoors to show you these plans. It's a little less bright in here, so it might make sense of these plans. So the length of the pond is 13 foot 7 inches. The width is 8 foot 5 inches. And they're all the measurements for when I had the Boxweld liner made up. Got a 13 inch by, what does that say? 2 foot 3 inch dog leg there. Five foot deep. Now what I did, obviously I worked this out, you know, when I first installed my drum filter. So basically I've worked out the capacity of the drum. The drum holds 165 gallons. Now that's not from the bottom of the drum to the top of the drum, that's just the water level. So to the proper water level where the water sits in that drum or combi filter holds 165 gallons. The pond on those measurements, 5 foot deep, works out at 3,282 gallons. And the dog leg, I worked it out, would have been 73 gallons. So what I've done is I've added obviously the drum and the pond together, but I've taken off the 73 gallons for that dog leg. So that gives me a total of 3,374 gallons, 15,336 litres. That's not including all the water in the pipe work. It's not including the water in the homemade upflow filter. But what I have done, obviously, because although it's 5 foot deep, that is to the bottom of the coping stones, and obviously the water level in the pond is not that high. So I have in fact rounded it down to 3,000 gallons because the water level in the pond is probably 3 or 4 inches lower than the bottom of the copings. So I've worked it out, 3,374 gallons, about 3 or 4 inches lower than the bottom of the coping stone. So I've rounded it down, so my pond is 3,000 gallons. So here we are, back pond side. 3,000 gallons that pond is, which I reckon is just about right, you know, because any more than that, I mean, it's already expensive with medications, but you know, and much more than that, we get really expensive for medicines and treatments. But it's more luck than judgment getting to that size, because there was no planning or design in this pond. It's basically, I laid a rope out and just started digging. Sometimes I wish I'd got another 2 foot that way, you know, lengthways towards that shower, take it a bit further down the garden. Sometimes I wish I'd gone out another 1 or 2 foot there. But you know what, having said that, I think it's just about right actually. And like I say, more luck than judgment, because I just literally laid a rope down and started digging. So just be aware, when you're working out the depth, don't forget that you've got to allow 3 or 4 inches, because your water level's not going to be at the top of your liner. So just remember that when you're working out your figures. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.